Attention, citizens.
Every time I turn around, a bitch pissed off. Little dusty assholes need a lip brush.
What's up? I'm Lance. Today we are checking out. It's a few things. It's not like a regular reaction we're doing today. I saw this clip by Global Drag Shows. This is about, what is this, 2 years ago. The title is called Trixie Mattel Speaks Her Truth on Drag Bans, the Catholic Church, and Being Gay in Modern America, which I thought this was interesting. Her truth on drag bans, which a lot of it stems to, library drag times with children and stuff like that, and these draggeries and these family-friendly drag shows and stuff like that. And I'm going to give my opinion on that in this video, but let's check out this clip real quick.
This art form I've devoted my life to is being used as a scapegoat for people to get votes. This is what they always do. They just take some random cause that they know people will vote for based on nothing, but there's no way to combat it because you can't even come at it with data because this isn't a group of people who care about data. Last night I was in my tub at the Hilton, a standard room, thank you, very modest, and I was looking for information on whether or not drag queens have ever been, stats on drag queens being pedophiles. 0. There's no drag queens being arrested for sexual assault of children. That doesn't happen.
The reason why I pulled that up is because I thought this was kind of interesting that you say that, Trixie, aka Brian. You say there's not. 0. Big goose egg, right? Okay. Now, October 7th, 2025. This is the latest one. I found one from a year prior. Arizona drag queen charged for shocking sex crime with a 13-year-old boy. And here is the picture of said drag queen. Titties and coochie all hanging out. And this is what he looks like in boy. All right. Michael Broden, a 35-year-old Arizona drag queen who performs as Aubrey, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, whatever that is, stands accused of sexually abusing a 13-year-old boy, adding to the mounting evidence of instability with its troubled demographic. Okay. Authorities arrested Bowder, a familiar face of the Phoenix Pride Festival. I can't read today. After he allegedly engaged, sexual acts with a minor who he thought on a dating app. He met through on a dating app, according to court documents cited at ABC 15. Sexual misconduct he's been charged for, and he's abandoned against children. Now, Michael Bowen appears to be, 40-year-old, blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. Has been charged with having sex with that 13-year-old boy. Okay, so court reveals he claimed that the victim he thought he was 18 or 19. How old are you again? 35 years old. 35 years old. And you still thought he was 18 or 19. I don't understand that. It was dark in the victim's apartment on the point that he was unable to ascertain the victim's age. Really? Really, girl? Now, this is March 2024. 2024, here's a year prior. Now, I'm sure that interview was about 2 years ago, so maybe that interview he did not see this, or you have shitty search engine that doesn't pull up anything. Trixie, aka Brian. Drag queen sex offender arrested again for sexual offenses with minors. Look at this. Shizlam was charged with felony offenses of child enticement, exposing sexual organs, and here we are. Here's whatever that person's name is, and here's he at the show. He looks like a busted ass. Who's that one wrestler I think of when I see it? This looks like that one, Ember Moon. He's like a busted ass Ember Moon. So this is on Thursday. A drag queen registered sex offender. Trixie with a long history of sexual offenses with minors, was arrested in Brown County, Wisconsin. Now, he's currently facing 8 charges involving sexual contact with minors, including 2 charges of having sex with a minor. Actually, having sex with a minor. I don't know about that. There's none, you say. There's none. Let's say libs of TikTok, breaking drag queen who performed for children is a sex offender arrested in 8 charges, including exposing his genitals to kids and having sex with a minor. Why does this keep happening? Brian, why does it keep on happening? Apparently you say it doesn't happen. I thought that was quite interesting. And so yeah, maybe do a little bit better research. And then I saw this drag queen right here. I thought was had made a great point on the channel's called DC Shorts, and this drag queen slams woke culture for exposing children to drag shows. Now let's check this out real quick. I kind of skimmed through it. I thought it'd be kind of interesting to add to this. As far as a drag queen point of view, let's get right into it and see what this drag queen has to say.
I have no idea why you want drag queens to read books to your children. I have no idea. What in the hell has a drag queen ever done to make you have so much respect for them and admire them so much? Other than put on makeup and jump on the floor and writhe around and do sexual things on stage. I have absolutely no idea why you would want that to influence your child.
Right there, it's always starting off great. It's already starting off great. I love it. It's true though. Why? It's because of Drag Race. Drag Race kind of let that guard down of a lot of people and think it's okay. It's okay if it's for mature. It is for 18 and up. That is my personal opinion. Drag shows have always been very sexualized. That is not family friendly. Drag shows I've never seen anything that be like, oh yeah, this should go out to the masses. No. That's why I was very surprised Drag Race got so popular, because it's not really, I was like, okay, more adults would watch it and exposes more adults. Then you hear a lot of kids watch it. I'm like, that's not kid friendly. They talk too sexually about a lot of stuff. It's very, very sexually charged. So I love the fact that someone actually points it out. It's like it's for adults. It's always been it's a nighttime for the adults. Go out, a little fun little show, female impersonator. They do some weird freaking antics and stuff like that. It's for adults. It's not drag race. And we'll get to it. Wait a minute. Drag Queen speaks out. In January 2020, drag queen Kitty Demure released a video speaking out against parents who want to expose their children to drag queens. Okay. Kitty Demure. Check out Kitty Demure and follow her.
Would you want a stripper or a porn star to influence your child? It makes no sense at all. A drag queen performs in a nightclub for adults. There is a lot of filth that goes on, a lot of sexual stuff that goes on. And backstage, there's a lot of nudity, sex, and drugs. Okay? So I don't think that this is an avenue you would want your child to explore.
Thank you.
They could explore dressing up at home, like we all did. Like all gay boys did. We all dressed at home and we had a great time.
Yeah.
We had a great time with our girlfriends, putting on makeup, trying on clothes, things like that. But to actually get them involved in drag is extremely, extremely irresponsible on your part. And I understand you might want to look like you're with it, that you're cool, that you're woke, that you're not a Nazi, that you're not a homophobe, whatever it may be. But you can raise your child to be just a normal, regular, everyday child without including them in gay, sexual things. And honestly, you're not doing the gay community any favors. In fact, you're hurting us, okay? We have already had a reputation of being pedophiles and being perverts and deviants. We don't need you to bring your children around. So you keep your kids at home, or take them to Disneyland, or take them to Chuck E. Cheese. But if you need your child to be entertained by a big human in a costume or in makeup, take them to the circus or something. When they turn 18, then why don't you take them to the clubs on their 18th birthday? Because it's an adult thing, okay?
Yes.
So don't ruin your child's life, and don't ruin us, because that's what you're doing.
You hit on all the points, Kitty Demir. I shout out to you. That is so true, though. That really just, it doesn't benefit either party. It really does not. It doesn't benefit. He made a good point. It's just because you want to look cool and be like, hey, you know, I like Drag Race. Yeah, it's cool. Like I said, yeah. Wait until their 18th birthday and be like, yeah, do it then. All these drag friendly. Here's a good example of drag friendly drag show. Yeah, okay. We want to talk about drag kids. Yeah, okay.
I actually had a couple supporters that were at this show who were like reporting back to me because they wanted me to talk about it. This was a family-friendly drag show in Austin, Texas. This was a tour from multiple drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race.
An awesome mom to bring their kid out to a family-friendly drag show, ladies and gentlemen. Confused yet?
Yes. Look at this.
Minty fresh.
Before we go any further, just the little bit you see the kids. You see, look all these little heads right here, and these stupid woke mothers thinking they're doing their kids a service. You should be flogged.
Had sex with my father's boss.
Sex with
in my father's office. What's your favorite part?
Nothing.
Well, I slept with my stepfather's co-worker in our RV over Thanksgiving.
So here's the thing. It would be one thing if the drag queen community, the LGBT community could ever just once admit that it was inappropriate. The problem here is I only see doubling down. And I don't personally believe that any sane human being could look at that video, for which these are just clips. This is probably like an hour or two long show. By the way, my supporters that were there, all of them reported that there was a ton of children present. There were children in the front row, which you can see in the video.
Yeah.
And that those little segments where they were talking to like fans in the audience, every single fan that spoke was just speaking about a sex story that they had.
Yeah, because all I heard was just like, oh, I had sex with this and this. Meanwhile, you saw what they were... That little girl, still trying to form words, trying to learn her vocabulary, witnessing this debauchery. I mean, that's not even subtle. That's Jimbo. I've kind of liked Jimbo until I saw this. There's a good reason why I stopped watching Drag Race. It's not as... If I watched it, I'd probably stop watching after hearing saw this. This is ridiculous. Jimbo, you have your ass hanging out, you have your fake titties all and this is and you had this other nitwit, I forget her name, and they always praise her. She's such a such a glamorous doll, and she's so blah 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 blah, and talk about she's the head of the show. Seems like she's talking about family friendly, and she tried to emphasize that's not family friendly, because more gay people are opening their eyes and finally saying this is crazy because it's hurting us. It's not helping, it's hurting us. It's like self-sabotage within the own community or something like that. We gotta, do we have to self-police our community? It looks like we do. It looks like we have to self-police ourselves because no one else is supposed to do it, because other than that, we will slip back into like we're second-class citizens. After all the hard work, our brothers and sisters throughout the years try to bring our community to have some kind of voice, trying to get all this stigma of being called Pedialites and predators and stuff like that. That was all during the 30s and 40s. That's not that far long ago. Maybe if you're new and you're just, I wasn't born around that time. Good Lord, I'm way too young for that. But even then, that's not that long ago. That's not like 200 years ago. That was, what was it? Just not even 100 years ago. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I came out in the 90s. I came out in mid-90s. And it's just gotten so wild. It just blows my mind. It really blows my mind. After all these years, it's just, I thought I've seen it all. And it's just like my own community just shocks me more than anything. And then the audacity of, there's backlash? Yes. Yes. I don't have kids, but if I had kids, I would not tolerate none of this. That is ridiculous. There's a time and place for things. And children at these kind of things, having drag queen story time, and all they do is just queer agenda books. Just gender ideology books. That's what they push to little kids. I don't understand it. So going back to the whole Trixie thing, Trixie, I don't know what kind of where did you search? Did you go on Blue Sky, that ultra liberal site or something like that, which they fucking lie to each other all the time anyway on there. That's the reason why that whole platform's collapsing, because you guys are so much in a bubble. What you do, because it's all left liberals over there. Who are they going to fight with? Each other. They're trying to block each other. That's why I've been here. They're too busy blocking each other. They don't even like their own echo chamber. They're all coming back to X. I'm not surprised. I'm not fucking surprised. Stephen King came back. He fucking raged all the fucking time. I used to like Stephen King until he started showing his stupid ass. I have a buddy of mine who's a writer, and he loves some Stephen King. We don't talk about Stephen King because there will be an argument. And he's a Democrat too. I don't even consider myself a conservative. I'm just like in the middle, but I do have more conservative views now the older I get, because I was pretty much Democrat all my teens, all my 20s. That was during the Bush administration. Could you imagine? The Bush boys scared the shit out. That's why I was like, I want to be Democrat, because I don't want to. Those Bush boys scared me. And I voted for Obama the first time. I regret that. And but after the first Obama, and if I lived in Florida, gas was expensive. Everything was ridiculous. Obamacare was screwing up everything. They were cutting people. They were telling the jobs to cut down to 30 hours so that way they could push the Obama thing, and all this bullshit. So after that, I had to work 2 jobs. I was like, when Trump came into office, I voted for him. I sure enough fucking did, because I was like, I'm no longer. I was like, because I already saw the writing on the wall what the Democrats were going to. It was not like the same Democrats that I first was coming up as a teen. It was like right in my 20s, I saw like a change in the Democratic Party. But I didn't notice it at first until after the first Obama run. And I was just like, I'm done. I voted for Trump. Because I was like, and I didn't even like Trump at first. I didn't even like Trump. I was like, when I first heard that Trump was going to be in, I was like, you do reality TV, Trump. What are you doing? You're on The Apprentice. You're on The Apprentice, you're reality TV. What do you know about going to the presidency? I thought it was a joke. I was like, you gotta be goddamn kidding me. So no, I didn't like Trump at first because I was like, we need someone in there. I'm like, yes, he's a businessman, but what do you know about running the, you know? But then I started hearing what he was trying to do and stuff like that, and I see what he was trying to do, and I was like, okay, I can get on board with this. I see he has very, you know, common sense things and stuff like that. So then Biden won, obviously. After that, that was what was ruining our country. Him trailing off, falling on stage, falling off bikes, falling asleep, walking. After you do a speech, he'll wander off into the woods. Where are you going, Joe? Where are you going? And no one traipses after him. He just really? He had Joe Biden with her hand up his ass. It was moving like a puppet. And then they're going to have Kamala Harris is going to be there? No. What qualifications does Giggles have? Giggles doesn't have no kind of qualifications I saw. First she's Indian, then she's black, and then she's Indian again, then she's black. And she had like 5 or 6 different accents. And then you had Megan Thee Stallion. You pissed me off with. That was one thing that pissed me off. You twerking. That really looks good. To me, that's what Democrats think you are. Black people are just ghettofied. Don't you find that kind of like demeaning to my black people? I know if there was a gay person up there acting a fool, I'd be like, that's kind of demeaning to me and my own community. This is what you think of us? Like if they had Jimbo up there with the tits hanging out, yeah, vote for Commie. Ass hanging out. That's what you think of us. It's the same thing, basically. I was very disappointed with Megan Thee Stallion with that one. But she was just getting a check. That's all she was doing. Because you didn't hear her talk about anything else after that. I thought this was, I saw this clip and this video expanded to is when I saw this Trixie Mattel clip. Because I've always enjoyed Trixie Mattel. You know, we used to react to her on the main channel. Anyway, let me know what you thought on the video of this video. But yeah, I had some points I wanted to make, and I saw some clips that kind of coincide with this for context. So yeah, other than that, take care of yourself, take care of each other, love, peace, and grace. Bye.